So I figured I'd make another Badsport video for you guys. This is on PS5 right here. And immediately when I go out into the lobby, guess what I see? A God Mode D5 car. There were probably at least 4 or 5 of them that I ran into. Immediately saw people going off the radar. So what do? I go off the radar. I already knew there was going to be people in God Mode. But honestly, man, this is really the sad life of Badsport lobbies in GTA Online 2025. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. And feel free to leave a comment. I mean, people literally going ghost at every second. I knew people were going to be in God mode, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ghost, see what happens. I actually stayed on ground quite a bit. Then it got to the point where I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to hop on the oppressor. You know, I'm going to get a few kills at least. I knew I was going to be able to get a few kills, but I'm like, the majority of this lobby is probably going to be in God mode. So, you know, Badsport used to be a lot more enjoyable. I had talked about this in the other Badsport video I made. And back on PS4 days, there was not as much God mode. There still was, like here and there. But the fights were more like on ground based, stuff like that. And, you know, not everybody's going to be wanting to play dirty. But you already know, like, you see on the left side of your screen, going ghost. The other dude named OTG went ghost. I'm ghost right here. But everybody in the damn lobby, like, all I saw, you'll see this whole video if you're watching. Off the radar, ghost, ghost, ghost. You know, and technically in free mode, there's no rules. And, you know, Badsport in general is toxic, and you know, if you don't know what the Badsport pool is, basically, you know, you blow up cars, you leave races, missions too much, you can get put in Badsport. Your very first time, it takes a long time to actually get in Badsport. Probably takes like 50 to 70 cars somewhere in there to blow up. You got to leave a lot of races. It's not easy to get into at first, but once you get into it and you start a cycle, right, a pattern of getting in Badsport, it's a lot easier to get in there. I've probably been in there, like, I don't even know how many times. I'd say like 300 times or some shit. But probably more than that. Between all the accounts I played on, I mean, shit. Just on my main account alone, I got up to 2 years and 9 months, right? Because it adds up time each time you get in Badsport, right? Which I think it actually almost triples now. It used to be like 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. And I built up so much time getting in it that I built up almost 3 years in Badsport, which actually my main account's still active on PS4. It just wouldn't transfer. So it's unfortunate, man, as far as that goes. But Badsport is just sad out here, man. Like, you know, yes, I have my BST on. Yes, I got my Ghost, but it's like I'm not using God mode. And yes, I know I did use God mode, you know, 3 or 4 months ago, but I used it for like a month, and then Rockstar, you know, just fixed it all of a sudden, right? Even though the agency thing had been out for years. They patched it, which now I think there's another agency one and a casino one that people are using. Matter of fact, that people were using in this lobby, that people were using to kill me with. So, you know, I was dealing with it. I wanted to make the content for you guys just to showcase what it's like. See, if you're wondering what Badsport is like and what to expect, even if you're not a tryhard, or if you're a griefer, tryhard, whatever, a noob, if you know, just so happen to get in Badsport and you're like, damn, what's that like? I want to know what the experience is. Well, this is basically the experience. I mean, whether you're being a tryhard or you're not being a tryhard, this is what you're going to have to deal with and experience in the lobby. So hopefully you at least know how to shoot and EWO if you need to. This orange CEO kills me in a second. And, of course, ends up sending me the 1-0 message, which I already knew he was probably going to kill me anyways. I think he has stream sniped me in the past, but I wasn't expecting to not die in these lobbies. I wasn't expecting to not die. If that was the case, I wouldn't have put these clips in there. You know what I'm saying? But I actually went to go back to fight him. And, of course, he's in God mode. So what I do, I sit in my EWO loop. And I end up going to my apartment. But him, that yellow CEO named Chief Keef or whatever his name was, the green CEO, there was like 4 or 5 people in God mode. I think the blue dude wasn't in God mode. The Chief Keef was in a God mode D5. Orange guy was on ground God mode. The green guy was in God mode. Off radar God mode, I think. I mean, literally, like, I didn't know what was going on, so I'm like, all right. And I was attempting to go after these kids, man. I'm like, all right, let me go after them and see what they're about. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see if they're in God mode, which you can usually tell, obviously, the D5 car, and which you can take them out of if you get the sniper close enough, right? But I'm like, all right, let me see what they're about. And of course, you can tell once you've already dealt with these type of players enough times, right? So, you know, I teleported back to my apartment a couple times, had the option in there, so I'm just chilling, you know, and then I go back out, and then I went back another time, and I go back out. Like, I was probably the only person. I'm not gonna say the only person, but there's a message right there. He sent me the 1-0 message, but trying to actually like see what's going on. Now, I wasn't wanting to use the oppressor necessarily. I honestly prefer to do on-ground fights, whether you believe that or not. But the majority of these people, man, are just going to play cat and mouse. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to want to actually fight you. That's how a lot of people even do it in clean player sessions, right? But this dude right here, man, I mean, it was like people hiding in vehicles. This dude right here tried to take me out in the Night Shark, take his goofy ass out, and then what do I see after that? I see him on the pause menu. So he was not in God mode like I thought, but he was off radar. Like every second he could get off radar or ghost. Then I see him hit the pause menu when he comes back in, and I think he just dipped. I think he just straight dipped. Like, I blew up his Night Shark. And then somebody else going ghost. Here's this dude right here rolling up on me. I think he was trying to actually pick me up, but I ain't getting in that shit. So I go to my facility. I get me an orbital cannon kill because I'm like, why not at this point? Half this damn lobby's in God mode, which you only have like 2.5 lobbies anyways in those sessions, right? So you just have to make it what you have to make it. So then I showcase right here what the players are looking like. I mean, motherfuckers are trying to be scuba divers and shit out here. Like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, two different, like, come on, scuba diving, really? Like, you might as well just jump back in the water. Like, took out Squid Man earlier. You saw that. And I'm just like, bro, what is this, you know? And now, there's different people on at different times of the day, you know, but if everybody... Honestly, Badsport is just, it's just broken. It's just so broken. And this dude right here, you know, this purple CEO, man, went into this damn terabyte. I'm sitting here spamming, I don't know how many rockets of this shit. Does not blow up at all. Hit it with EMPs. Does not blow up. Hit it with more rockets. I think I hit it with a railgun. I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? So I guess there's a God mode terabyte now too, unless I'm just tripping, wasn't hitting enough. I hit that shit with at least fucking, what, 15, 20 rockets? So maybe they buffed that shit again. Hit it with an EMP right here. More rockets, more rockets, more rockets. So it's just another thing. He probably could have thrown a sticky bomb out and killed me. But I'm just sitting here hitting that shit over and over and over. That don't sound right, by the way. But anyways, I go back over to the city, man. This dude finally gets a legit kill on me. And that's the dude I actually hit with the orbital cannon. But sniped him, man. Then he ends up coming back on his oppressor at some point, try to take me out. We get this guy right here in the vigilante. He ends up leaving or some shit. So, you know, I'm off the radar. Everybody is off the radar at almost any point through this. Now, these are broken. These clips are broken down a little bit. And here's another D5 car right here, God mode. But this dude's off the radar, gets a kill on me. We trade. I didn't even know he was there. I just so happened to turn at that right moment. But you see right here, half this damn lobby that's in there is ghost, and half those people right there are probably God mode. So that dude right there I thought was God mode, but he wasn't. I was surprised. But I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna get a few oppressor kills. But hey, if you guys have enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any videos or live streams in the future. This dude right here tried to sneak me. He was going off radar constantly. I ended up teleporting to my apartment because he wasn't about to get no easy ass kill, man. But this is the life of Badsport on PS5. I have not been in a Badsport lobby actively on Xbox to see what it's like. But like I said, let me know what you guys think, man, particularly if you've been in Badsport or what your experience was like. I would appreciate it. And we'll leave it at that. And you guys have a good one. Peace.